Hi, my name is Jason down at Edgemere Barber Shop, 129 Hartford Turnpike, Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. Today we're going to be performing a hot towel shave on my client Gary. And there's multiple ways to perform a hot towel shave. So what we're going to be doing today is shaving the sides underneath the neck, and we're going to be keeping the goatee, trimming it down to a 3.5. And first off, I'm gonna cape them. Okay, I'm not going to put any neck strip or nothing like that because that's just going to get in the way. It's going to get wet and it's just going to get messy. So I'm going to just cape them up and I'm going to lay them back. Okay, I'm not going to bring up the headrest too much because I want his neck to be elevated upwards so I can get under there nice and clean and give him a proper shave. But we also want to make sure that our client's comfortable at the same time. And the butterfly is just basically doing something like this here, grabbing it from each corner, and it fits right under the neck, nice and perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tuck it under, and I'm going to add a clip so it's nice and secure. I'm going to start trimming down the facial hair here. What I'm doing first is I'm just kind of trimming this with the trimmers, my Andes outliners, T-liners, and what that does, it just brings it down so you get a nice clean shave and there's not so much pulling. I'm gonna clean up over his lip. Feel comfortable turning your client's head where you need it to be, because there's going to be different angles that make it hard to really reach the spots you need to reach and get the shave to where you want it to be. So make sure you're just kind of taking control of the shave. You're putting the client's head where it needs to be so you can get at those angles. I'm just going to do a little trimming on the goatee. I got a metal 3.5 here on my Andes Super ZRs. My client, he likes to keep his goatee fuller, so that's the reason I'm using the 3.5. It's a length that's going to keep it with a fuller look. Now what I'm going to start with is a pre-shave oil. It's a tea tree oil, and it's going to really loosen up the follicles on the face. It's going to really loosen the hair up. That way we can get a nice clean shave without a lot of pulling and irritation on the face. You gotta really massage your face and loosen up this hair and soften it up, you know, because you're gonna get a much better shave. You know, the preparation is the key to a great hot towel shave. So we really want to make sure that we really focus on that, you know, and not rush into the shave right away. You know, another thing is a part of the hot towel shave is that people really love is just the relaxation. You know, closing your eyes after a long day and just kind of relaxing and just taking it easy. And you know, the facial massage and, you know, it's just all part of the experience, you know, that makes it great. So I try to give my clients that full experience. With the lather machine, it's a nice hot lather. It's always great. This really just gets everything prepared, and then once we add the hot towel and apply a little heat, it really starts to soften up the hair on the face. See, our goal here is to kind of put your client to sleep. That's when you know you're really giving a good hot towel shave. Okay, Gary, just let me know if this feels like it's too hot. I think it's really important just always engage in that contact with the hands to the face, you know? Even when the hot towel's on there, kind of just giving a little bit of contact and, you know, applying a little pressure to that heat, a little massaging. I can start preparing my razor while that heat's sitting on his face. This is just a little disinfectant. It disinfects the razor blade from any prior use on previous clients, which is really important. Sanitization is a huge thing when it comes to the razor. Just give it a real nice clean, okay? From there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a razor, okay? This is gonna be a new razor. Take it right out the package. Put it right in. Boom, okay? My razor's ready. As I take the towel off, I just clean his face. This might take off any excess hair when I did the previous trimming with the T-liners and when I trimmed his goatee down to the 3.5. And it kind of cleans off any of that pre-shave oil that was on there. You know, we don't want to leave that sitting too long. And producing the best work we can, because, you know, that's the key to growing your clientele, so. This is shave lotion, okay? And I like this because it's really thick, and as you apply it, it really starts to thicken up a little more, which is really good for shaves. And it's really good for the massaging process because it doesn't dry up too quick. So what I'm doing here is I'm just and I can feel it's starting to loosen up, but it's still a little bit thick and a little bit coarse, so. You know, the thing about the hot towel shave, it's a more expensive process, but people enjoy it because it's a longer process and it's a lot more relaxing. So it's just something you really got to take your time with, because if you don't, it's never going to come out the right way. And there's different techniques on the face, different ways to massage. You can use the back of your hands, you can use the knuckles, you can use the tips of your fingers. So there's a lot of different techniques and way to go. So if you ever find yourself getting bored massaging one way, you can kind of switch it up and try to do different ways and stuff like that. So, okay, another hot towel, Gary. Let me know if it's too hot, bud. The same thing. Apply a little pressure. Do some massaging. And by this point, we're starting to hope that our client's starting to feel relaxed. So what I'm doing is I'm rubbing off any of that cream that was on there. Kind of clean his face at the same time. A nice clean hot towel. So I'm gonna start doing my last massage. This time I'm not gonna clean it off with another hot towel. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to start my shave afterwards. So I usually like to start under the neck with the shaving cream. I kind of spread it from side to side, like so. Add a little more suavecito. This is starting to lather up really nice. I can feel his hair on his face starting to loosen up really good. So I think we're pretty much almost ready to start this shave. I think it's going to be a nice smooth shave here. Right here, with that shave. It seems like the hairs are nice and soft. And the way I can tell that is by the way, the pull that I feel with the razor. If I feel a lot of pull and a lot of tension, like the hair doesn't want to come off too easily. Okay, and a lot of the barber schools, they teach you about the 14-stroke shave. I'm not going to do the 14-stroke shave today when it comes down to it. Basically, like I said earlier, every barber got to find what their technique for them is, the best technique for them, and what works for them. And you know, the 14-stroke shave just ain't the technique that I like. I don't think it's the most efficient technique, and I don't think it's the cleanest technique. So right here, I'm just performing a little bit of a backhand shave. Okay, right here, a little bit of a backhand shave. What I'm doing is I'm just tightening up the side of this goatee a little bit. Using my backhand, a little bit on top of the mustache. Just real simple procedures. Okay, you can even kind of twist your wrist. There's a lot of different ways you can do this, you know. Okay, so right here you can see we have one side done. Okay, that what you're doing, like right there, the sideburns, cleaning them up. Okay. This seems like it's working really well right now. And down here towards the bottom of the throat, a lot of time it gets really coarse down here, and it doesn't loosen up as much as on the face. So what I try to do is I try not to really go down here too much with the razor, because what it can do is it causes a lot of irritation. What I find, it causes a lot of bleeding. So I don't want to go too far down. I'll do some of that later with maybe some of my clippers and my 5-star wall shavers, which work really well. And then once I do that, I can just go over it real quick with the razor and really tighten it up and neaten it up, okay? Backstroke shave. What you want to do is make sure that you're pulling the skin to tighten the skin up. Okay. Then you can come in here like this. Okay, don't ever be scared. And you know, when you hit the face from different angles, you can still hear that the blade is still cutting. Okay, so now that we already applied one shave, basically just a downward stroke, we didn't go against the grain yet. What I'm gonna do before we go against the grain is I'm just gonna kind of soften up the face again a little bit by applying another hot towel. Just one hot towel, okay? And these are nice and hot. You can see the steam coming off them. So we gotta make sure that we don't just slap this on their face and kind of have them jumping up out of the chair, you know, because they're in pain. So we wanna kind of ease this on with softness and gentle care and make sure that they're not being burnt and it feels okay with them. So Gary, I'm gonna start applying this to your face. If it feels hot, just kind of give me a nod, okay? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, obviously, the warmer the towel is, the hotter it is. The more it softens up the follicles of the hair and kind of feels a little nicer. We're gonna grab our blade again. We're gonna clean it. We're gonna apply a new blade for the against the grain shave, okay? It's a new blade coming out the package. Always wanna use new blades on clients because of sanitation reasons, because of the spread of disease. It's very important that you use new blades. Like I said, it's really important to engage contact with the face. It's very relaxing, feels really nice. A little squeeze over the eyes, on the nose, on the mustache here with your thumbs. Okay, you can grab the chin here, kind of give a little massage in like this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to give a little clean off. You can see that the canvas is really nice and clean now. You can see the difference on the face. Look at that already. Look how nice and clean that's already starting to become. But if you feel against the grain, you can still feel that there's a little bit of stubbiness going on there. So what we want to do is we really want to get that against the grain so we can get this shave as close as possible, okay? Okay, we're going to start under the neck again. Bring it this way, bring it this way. Oh yeah, I can already feel the smoothness on the face. Feels much cleaner. And what we're going to do here is just a light massage again. Kind of massage the face a little bit. And as you can see, this is a little bit of a process here. This isn't something that you kind of just bang out real quick and that you just, you know, lay them down and you start shaving. It's a process here because, like I said, you want to make sure that the client's comfortable. You want to make sure that there's no bleeding, as less irritation as possible. Just rub it in nice and gently. And what I like to do is I like to stand behind my client, okay? When I perform the against the grain shave. So I stand behind my client, and what I like to do is I start on the neck, I take my thumb, I kind of stretch the skin out a little right here. And I start performing my shave, and it's very comfortable for me. I don't really have to move my client's head around very much. And if you really listen, you can hear some of the, use my thumb to wipe, you can hear some of the hair cutting. You hear that? So that's some of the hair that you would have missed if you didn't perform the against the grain shave. So this is just really gonna tighten things up a little bit, you know? Oh yeah, that feels great. That's nice and smooth right there. I'm gonna shave this right up to my line under the goatee. And I'm gonna start performing my shave. Okay, now here I'm gonna have to really get under here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I want to stretch the skin around the Adam's apple. And sometimes even on the face, what you want to do is you kind of want to go at a sideways angle. You can hear that, right? Okay, so now I'm going to come over here. I can feel where there might still be a little stubbiness, so there's some right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch the skin out with my 2 fingers like so, and that's going to really make those hairs pop right out. And then I can really get a good shave on those. See, I can pull the skin this way, and that's going to make those hairs pull out. And I'm kind of just going to feel for anywhere that I feel like maybe a little patch of stubbiness. I'm kind of going to get in there. That feels great. This is really going to smooth things out on the face, but it's also going to allow me to clean his face afterwards and get him prepped. How's this feel, Gary? Okay?
Great.
Okay, and this is going to get me ready for my last part of the hot towel shave. You know, and just kind of keep the massaging going. This it all feels great underneath the heat. What we're going to do is we're going to clean the face, which I like to call the canvas. We're just going to get a really nice clean here. Get any loose hair off, any shaving cream. Get it all right off of there. This is another Suavecito. It's part of the shave set. So first I used the shaving cream. Now I'm going to use the menthol vanishing cream. And what this does is I like to apply this after the shave because it has a menthol base in it, and what it does is cools down the face. And after I put this on, I apply a cold towel, which kind of goes hand in hand with the menthol, and it really cools down any burning sensation you might have or any irritation on the face. If you smell it, you can really smell the menthol in there. So I kind of just apply this to the face, maybe a little bit to the nose here, right underneath the nose and mustache. I kind of just massage it in a little bit. Watch out from getting any in their eyes because it's got the menthol, which will really burn, you know? It won't feel nice. Now what I have here is I have a cold towel. I'm going to apply this cold towel on top of that. That's just a really nice way to finish off the hot towel shave. It really gets rid of any burning sensation, any irritation, and it closes the pores back up. There we go. It's nice and cold. That's really cold. That feels really nice on the face after a nice shave. I'm gonna just apply a little pressure here with this also. I'm gonna let that sit on there for a few minutes and just really work its magic. Then I kind of just clean off the excess cream that's on there. Any of this hair that I mentioned earlier down here that causes a lot of pulling, irritation, and bleeding with the razor because it's a lot more coarse. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that with my trimmers, clean it off. I'm going to use my 5-star shavers because I don't want to cause more irritation that might already have occurred from the shave. I'm just going to give a real quick went over. And that feels, right there, feels so much more comfortable than a ton of pulling that might have occurred earlier. So sometimes you just gotta go through certain steps and make things feel a little more comfortable for your client. So you can see that my client's hair is a little messed up probably from going through that process. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna neaten them up a little bit. Clean them up here. There we go. Get them back in tip-top shape. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do a little bit more grooming on the goatee if any is needed. We want to make this look really sharp and look really clean. So. Little bay rum aftershave. Okay. Clean your hands. Have a little burn. Can't do a shave without applying aftershave though. Okay. We're just gonna kind of rub this in until it dries. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a little bit of beard oil on the goatee. Just gonna give the goatee just a nice little healthy shine. A few drops, not too much. We don't want it to be too oily. And that's a Suavecito beard oil. It's actually the bay rum flavor also. So it matches the aftershave. We don't have two different scents going on here. It's the same scent. We're just gonna kind of massage that into the goatee. It's gonna soften the goatee up. Maybe just a tiny bit on the face here, not too much. It's gonna kind of soften the skin. And it's gonna give a nice healthy shine to the goatee. And I'm just gonna grab my comb. I'm gonna kind of comb through the goatee and see if there's any excess hair in there from when we cut it. And that will most likely fall out if there is any. And it kind of gives you a chance to kind of look what's going on and see if there's any hairs that kind of need to still be trimmed, which I found one here. And I'm just gonna kind of do a little more grooming. Yeah. And we're gonna put a little powder on the face. And that's gonna help with any irritation also. So having the right products and using the products in the right ways is a big deal. And we're finished. This was a hot towel shave. Okay, clean shave on the sides under the neck, 3.5 metal blade on the goatee all trimmed up, nice and clean. As you can see the line work here, it's all cleaned over the lip. And we're finished. Thank you very much. This is Jason from Edgemere Barber Shop.